What's up, everybody? This is Nick Gaming, and welcome back to some more AM2R. Last time, we went and got 100% of the items, and today we're going to be finishing up the game. Alright, so, anyway, moving on, we're now in the genetics lab. Up here, that looks like a Metroid egg, and there are 9 Metroids in the area. Alright. Apologize if my commentary is a little incohesive, or just like last time, I have to record this audio later because I'm having issues. Anyway, we have some larval Metroids now, which we haven't actually seen throughout the entire game. Also, new login tree. Am I going to check it? Will I check it? Nope, I guess I don't. Anyway, just getting rid of the larval Metroids is just like you do in the older games. You freeze them with the ice beam, and you hit them with a single super missile or 5 regular missiles. Just killing them is not that hard. Just be careful not to get grabbed by them because they do a lot of damage when they grab you. Also, similar to Metroid Zero Mission, you can see them in the background before they show up, just barely. But you know, it's not really a recommended way to avoid them, since you know they're pretty powerful anyway. Here you have to bomb out the floor to get access to these last 2 Metroids, and that one was refusing to spawn, which is annoying. Anyway, moving right along. Heading over here, we have 1 Metroid left. And this very ominous looking tunnel with lots of spikes that I am failing to space jump through. We have the Queen Metroid. The only Metroid organism naturally capable of producing offspring. The Queen is the heart of the species and the mother of every Metroid born on SR388. Her role in the hive has hindered her mobility, yet encouraged the development of a long neck and a massive head to strike at a distance. When will I scroll down? Her cell structure indicates she is heavily aged, possibly as old as the lab she is settled in. The years have reinforced her torso to impenetrable levels. The Queen's genetic coding is distinct from the other Metroids, and she may have gone through a unique life cycle to attain her form. Alright, so we have the final boss of AM2R, and I guess Metroid 2 in general, the Queen Metroid. When her head stops flashing, that's when she is okay to hit with missiles. Just be careful not to get hit, which does do quite a bit of damage. Once you start spitting out these, whatever the heck they are, shoot them with your ice beam to recover some missiles. Since you can only have up to 20 super missiles at a time, you definitely are going to be relying on this to recover your super missiles. Try not to shoot them right as they spawn, because then the items will drop like right in front of her, and it makes it really difficult to get them without having to use your charging. Anyway, yeah, but that's it. This fight's pretty simple. Just keep shooting her, and hope that she doesn't kill you. Anyway, once the texture on her face changes, she's gonna start shooting out the wall. Also, you may notice that the if you've played the original Metroid 2, the tube, the little morph ball tunnel at the start of the boss fight that lets you go back is gone. So as soon as you get into this room with the Queen Metroid, you are stuck in that Metroid. Or die. Whichever one comes first. But thankfully you don't need to go back and recover your ammo like you did in the original Metroid 2, where it was really bad trying to recover your ammo. Excuse me. A little bit of a hiccup there. Anyway, moving on, she's gonna just continue to push you back into these tunnels where you brought some Metroids earlier. Also, careful, when you get hit, you'll get knocked down, just like with the Omega Metroid. But if you can press the button right as you land, there's like Tekken and Super Smash Bros., you can get up. Also, I am having a hard time fighting this. This boss, I don't believe her health scales with the amount of, if you have 100%, like Mecha does in frick, what's it called? Metroid Zero Mission, but I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, she's continuing to push us back. Nice. Let's keep a missile in her face. Awful. Anyway, just keep wailing on her. You'll get her eventually. One more phase before we're done with the fight. I don't think she's. Yeah, we're not moving on to the next phase. Alright, I do believe that's the end of... Nope, not quite. This isn't a too tough of a boss fight, thankfully. It always sucks when you get to the end of the game and it's super difficult. Alright, moving on to the last phase of the fight now. You're backed up into the corner. And morph into a ball. Lay a power bomb. And that's the end of the Queen Metroid. And the main reason this game is in the timeline? Right here. This track right here, the last Metroid on the soundtrack, is like, I really like it. This song is so good for this point of the game. Anyway, the baby Metroid will get rid of these crystals as you're moving on. And actually, something neat about these crystals. There was one point in development of AM2R where, after the credits, one of these crystals was going to turn into an X-Parasite and infect a Hornode, foreshadowing the beginning of Metroid Fusion. But that didn't end up happening because that would be an interpretation, and that's not canon that these are actually like crystallized X-Parasites. But you know, it could be what they are, considering you know, X-Parasites have been absent throughout the entirety of this game, even though we are on their homeworld. But it's just Metroids have nearly caused them to go extinct, but not quite enough, because, you know, they come back in full force later in the series, namely Fusion. The baby Metroid's a little annoying when it's getting rid of these crystals. Anyway, now that we are back up on the surface, I love that it's nighttime. I just really like nighttime aesthetics in games like this. Like, it just looks so cool. I'm gonna try and be fancy with this Shine Spark, but I totally mess it up. Totally screwed it up. I'm bad. I'm bad at Shine Sparking. Why do I even bother to try? Anyway, moving on, all we have to do is drop down into the ship. And we are done with Metroid 2, Return of Samus. Another Metroid 2 remake, that is. Oh man, this remake is absolutely amazing for what it is. Like, oh man, like I only wish that Nintendo would do something with this other than, you know, make it, then take it down and try and do whatever the heck they do with fan games all the time. But, you know, it is what it is. If you can find a safe download link for this, keyword being safe, like, please don't download a virus. Please, like, do play this game if you can. Like, it's so good. Also, I love the fact that someone with the nickname Ridley worked on this game. I just find that hilarious. Oh, it was bad singing. But yeah, I don't know what else to say other than, if you can, play this game. If not, the original Metroid 2 is on the eShop on 3DS and Wii U, so definitely go give it a shot if you can. Like, this game, like, even though the Game Boy version is, you know, not as polished as this is, but it was a Game Boy game, you know, that you can't expect them to be. But it's great. Like, definitely, if you can, play this game in some way or another. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. So just, I'm gonna let the rest of the credits play out and sign off from there. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my Let's Play of another Metroid 2 remake. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.